Hello. Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. I'm so happy you guys can join us today. Happy birthday. Shout out to Abigail. Thanks for being here. And hello, Alice and John and Suresh. There was a virtual beta breakers today, and we were signed up, but we didn't go. I don't know. It's just kind of different virtually. But I'm glad you did it, Alice. All right. So today it's going to be gentle and relaxing. So if you don't have blocks, you can use a pillow. And if you don't have a blanket, you can bring a towel. Okay. So we'll just start in a comfortable seated position, lifting up through the crown of your head. And then inhale. And then exhale. As you exhale, just slowly drop your chin to the chest. And inhale deeply. Exhale, just let your chin drop a little deeper. Let your head get heavier with each exhale of your breath. So you really feel that stretch in the back of your neck. Good. And then we're going to slowly nod our head over to the right on the inhale. Hi, Monica. And then exhale back to center. And then inhale, you're going to roll gently to the left. And back to center. Rolling your head to the right. And back to center. And to the left. And back to center. So we're slowly taking these half circles here. Nice and gentle. Oh, welcome Fernanda and Julie to our gentle yoga. Okay, we're going to pause here and you're going to take your hand behind you. I'm taking my left behind me. And so we'll feel more of the front of our neck stretch when we roll over to the right. So you'll feel the scalings on the front side of your neck stretching. Chin to the chest and roll it over that right shoulder. Nice and gentle for our gentle yoga class. Good. And then we're going to bring our fingertips to the top here. If you like, you can add a little more pressure there and just go sideways. Breathe into that side of your neck. You can keep your hand behind you, or you can just reach your fingertips out to the side. And then you can also slowly look down to your knee on that right side, whatever side you're leaning to. And then stretch a little bit more. And then back to the side here. And release. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And turn and look over your right shoulder. And turn and look over the left shoulder. Make sure that the neck that you stretched feels better and not overstretched. So if you overdid it, then go a little more gentle on the other side. Hello, Roseanne. So you're going to take your other hand behind you. I'm taking my right hand behind me and I'm dropping the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhaling through the nose, out the mouth. And you can slowly bring fingertips, if you like a deeper stretch, fingertips to the top. Some people are really tight in the neck, and if you're one of those people, if it doesn't feel better, then just use the weight of your head without the fingertips. You can take your hands to the side or leave it there, and you can turn the gaze down. And back. Okay, back to center. Hello, Dan, welcome. And then we'll just shrug the shoulders, scoop them forward, up, back and down. Scoop them forward, up, back and down. One more time, forward, up, back and down. Let's make the elbows and forearms touch. And see if you can keep them glued together as you lift up towards shoulder height and then back down for just for 3, 2, and 1, and then lift it up and then open into cactus arms, and then drop your hands down, and you're going to go ahead and clasp your hands behind you. Welcome, Austin Light. Go ahead and straighten the arms behind you. And you're going to take your hands over to the left, look over your right shoulder. And then over to the right and look over the left shoulder. And welcome Cynthia Taylor and Monique Jenkins. And release. All right. All right, from there, we're just going to stretch on up, make fists and circles. In fact, you can straighten the legs, and you can make circles with your feet and your wrists. It can be straight in front of you or out to the side. Hi, Jen, welcome. And you can slowly just lower yourself down. So you can either use a block or just take your hands at your shins here, and we're just going to go down a little bit. Since we're just starting here, you can bring, if you're more flexible, forearms come straight down. So you should feel the inner thighs stretching, or your adductors, maybe hamstrings, whatever's tight. But you shouldn't feel it in your back. If you do, come back up and just stretch like this. Okay, 3, last breath. Come on up. You're just going to go ahead and scoop underneath your knees. Come have a seat, and we'll have a twist. So let's just go ahead. Yeah, good to see you, Jen. And then twists. Lengthening up through the crown of your head. And just noticing how tight your low back might be as we begin here. And we'll do the other side. All right. So we're just going to close our eyes for a minute or less than a minute, just connecting to our breath. So as you inhale, let your belly expand. And as you exhale, let it relax down towards your spine. Nice deep breath in, connecting to our breath, letting go on the exhale. Let go of everything else going on in the outside world, so we can make the most of this hour that we've all committed to yoga here. And we'll slowly begin to deepen your breath, inhaling all the way up to the collarbones, holding your breath for a moment and opening your mouth and blowing it out. 2 more times. Inhale. Last time, inhale, hold your breath a little longer at the top if you can. Try to reset some of our stress levels here. Lift your chest and take the sides of your neck back. And open your mouth and blow it out. Let's put our hands in front of our hearts and drop our gaze. And take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms. Inhaling deeply. Okay, so we are going to start in a little chest opener. So if you have blocks, I'll show you that first. If you have blocks, you're just going to have one block at the second highest level under the bra strap for women or the shoulder blades. And then you'll take the second block on the highest level. For most people, this is a great way to start. And then you can adjust as you need to, like your head can come down if you want a deeper arch, a deeper back bend. And if it's too much, you can do without the blocks. If you don't have a block, you can use a foam roller or you can use a blanket or some kind of towel, either the long way or this way. Either way is fine. And you just want to find a little thoracic, a little heart opening to start the session. So if you want to add on, you can bring the Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together with knees out wide. And if you don't have any props, that's fine. You can do without, just opening up here, breathing into your belly, any tight spots as we begin. This way if you like. All right, let's breathe deeply in to your belly and feel that nice chest opener. 3 more breaths here. All right, and then we're going to reach our arms overhead and just grab opposite elbows and just let that stretch down. And then we're going to bring our feet flat on the floor and roll over to the left side. Hello, Phyllis Chan. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. So if you have a pillow or a block, then you can use this. If you don't, it's fine. You can do without. It's just, you can use your arm. It's more comfortable with something under your head here. So we'll start on the left side. You're going to bend both knees. And then you're going to take your left hand flat down. So the arm is straight, just like that. And then both hands are stacked over each other. As you inhale, you're going to open up. And exhale, you're going to come back. So it's a gentle chest opener for starters. Inhale, open up. And exhale, down. Open up. And down. Good. Open, straight arm if you don't have furniture in your way. Okay, now we're going to change it into a shoulder exercise. So you take your peace fingers on the floor, the right side, and you're going to describe a rainbow on the floor. Try to keep your fingers on the floor the whole time. And take it forward and back. So you're making these half circles. This is how we can find our blind spots in yoga, right? When you might have tight shoulders and maybe your fingers will come off the floor just for the right side and the left side. Hi, Lily. Slowly opening up. Stretching our rotator cuff. And don't worry if it lifts up, just notice that, oh, my right shoulder is tight. You might even jump all the way over. Do 2 more here. 2. And then we'll just pause here in a twist. You can bring your knees higher up if you can and hold on to it. So the pelvis is stacked one over the other, and you just feel that nice stretch in your low back. So try your best to lift and bring both shoulder blades as close as you can to the floor. Good. And then we're going to do the other side. So just slowly turn on to the other side. So if you have 2 blocks, you can always sandwich between your knees. You don't have to, but since it's there, you might as well squeeze in and feel that abductors working. So pulling in toward each other at the same time, pulling the knees up so you can stretch your chest a little more. So your right palm is now going to be face down, the left over that. And then we start with a chest opener. So inhale as you open up your chest. Exhale, coming back. And you want to keep your gaze on the moving hand. So the gaze follows the left hand, and then your chest opens, and you twist open. Good. Nice and easy. Inhale. Feel the chest open and also the mobility. Start to mobilize in that low back. Good. And then let's go ahead with the peace fingers on the left side, and we're going to make a rainbow here. Up and over. Up and over. And notice if you can keep your fingers on the floor. So this shoulder may or may not be as open as the other side. Again, finding our blind spots in yoga. If you can stay on the floor the whole time, you might want to just jump over your hips and make full circles here. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. And then you can squeeze your knees a little higher. Hold your knees and find a little twist. Okay. And then release. And now we're just going to keep our feet on the floor. And you're just going to drop your knees over to one side. Inhale back to center. Drop the knees over to the other side. So wherever you're tight, you'll feel it. Maybe it'll be the hip flexors in the front. Maybe it'll be the low back. your quadratus lumborum. So maybe it's somewhere else that's tighter than what, or maybe your quads. So just notice what's tight. All right. So feet planted firmly on the floor, and you're gonna press up for a bridge pose. So you can hold here. If you're able to, you're going to clasp your hands behind you, and you're going to walk your hands closer together, your shoulders closer together, opening up your chest, extending your hips really high, working the glutes and hamstrings. And then you can slowly walk your feet closer together. So you can stay here. If you want to, you can work a little harder and just lift the knee up, maybe straighten it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Optional, lifting the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Come on down. Right leg, interlace your fingers right behind the hamstrings and feel your hamstrings stretching. You can make circles with your ankles in one direction and the other. You can straighten both legs. If that doesn't feel good on your back, just keep it bent. Just breathe into the back of those hamstrings. You can walk up a little more if you're more flexible. And release. We'll do the other side. Interlace behind your hamstrings. You can keep it easy or straighten. Welcome, Barbara. And we'll do circles in one direction and the other. So this is a great, effective way to stretch your hamstrings and stay in alignment. So if you're more flexible, you can walk your hands a little higher, pull it in a little more. And release. Okay, so just a little gentle core today. Just bend the knees, and you're going to resist by pulling your knees up while you press your knees away. So the hands and the knees resist each other. And it's the honor system, right? You could be doing this and doing no work at all, or I could be sweating here. Try to, put in what you want. I'm doing an honest effort here. So do 6 more breaths. Really resist. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, happy baby pose. So knees come out wide, and you grab the outer edges of your feet or the inner heels if it's more comfortable for you. If you're not able to grab your feet because of flexibility issues, you can just hug your thighs right behind the knees and just try to stretch. Okay. If you're able to, try to stamp the low back into the floor. And if you like, you can start to straighten the legs a little. So happy baby, straight legs, straight legs, straight legs, little pumping. Okay, we're going to come on up and we're going to come on to all fours. Spreading your fingers wide, index fingers are facing forward, hips are over your knees, and your shoulders are over the wrists. A little cat-cow, warming up your spine. Drop your belly, look up, exhale, round your back, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, look up, exhale, round. Looking up, exhale, round. 2 more times. And last time. Okay, let's bring our knees together and stretch that right calf back. And then lift it straight up. See if you're able to take the opposite arm. So if you're not able to, bring your hand back. Otherwise, if you like to do a little dynamic core work, we'll do 8 of these today. 8. Elbow towards the knee. It doesn't have to touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to turn to the left. And if you're able to catch it, kick it away. And release. All right, knees together, left leg steps back. And stretch your calf. Lift it straight up. If you're able to, opposite arm lift. And you can stay here if you like, or if you want to, bring elbow in towards the knee. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn to your right, catch it, and kick it away. And release. We're going to slowly come down to your belly. We're going to keep our feet planted on the floor, and I want you to have cactus arms. So basically right angles here with the arms, or field goalpost arms. Yeah, chin down. And then for your posture and your back muscles, see if you can press into your feet. And you're going to lift the upper body, squeezing between the shoulder blades and coming down. And again, coming up, squeezing shoulder blades and down. And then we're going to take our hands by our hips, chin down, and we're going to lift our legs and our arms, Shalabhasana. And slowly come on down. So then you'll find a little back bend either in Sphinx pose, where the forearms are parallel to the side of the mat, and you're pressing down, lifting up, and isometrically dragging your elbows back towards you. Or you can come into a fuller cobra if you're ready for that. Relaxing shoulders away from the ears, bending the elbows slightly and hugging the elbows in towards your ribs, pressing into the tops of your feet. There's no pinching in your low back. See if you can turn and look over your left shoulder. Turn and look over the right shoulder. And back to center. And we're going to curl your toes and press back to downward facing dog. So that triangular pose as we slowly begin to pedal your feet. Shake your head yes and no. So if downward dog is hard for you to do, or if you get dizzy, you're welcome to come to the wall or a chair and do it like this. Okay, I know some people get dizzy if the head is lower than the heart. So listen to your body and just find a modification or ask me if you need one for a certain pose. I'll try to put them in. All right, let's bring your feet together. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. We're going to bring it forward between your hands. Left leg steps forward, forward fold. So if you cannot touch the floor here, you can use blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can just grab opposite elbows and hang like a rag doll here. And you can sway side to side from the left to the right. Or if you prefer, and you can touch the floor, walk your hands off the mat to the left. And then off the mat to the right. Back to center. Lift and lengthen with a nice flat back. And then left hand down, bend the left knee and twist. If you can't touch the floor, you could bend the left elbow over the left knee and twist. Get back to center. Other side, bend the right knee and twist. Or elbow over the knee. And back to center. Circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Okay, circle the arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Let's take your right leg back. And take your left leg back. Lower to your belly. Point your toes. Come up for cobra. And downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Three-legged dog. We'll bring it forward between your hands. Step it forward, forward folds. And circle the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Circle the arms. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift and lengthen. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Right leg back. Lower to your belly. And let's come up for cobra or sphinx. And downward facing dog. Let's take your right leg up and we're going to bring it forward. And then we're going to try to come stand on up for high lunge pose. Welcome, Nancy Hunt. Good, you're going to interlace your fingers over that front thigh. And you're going to slowly lower yourself down. So you're on low lunge. So if you need to, you can grab padding for your knees here. Yep. So pressing into that back knee and sending your hips forward, lifting the chest up and stretching the left hip flexors. Okay. If you have a block, you'll bring it over to the right here, and then you'll quarter turn it to the right, and you'll find a side body stretch. If you don't have a block and you can't reach the floor, just go ahead and take the elbow here and side bend. So I'll just turn forward so you can see me here. It just looks like this. Really deep side bend there. Opening up. All right. Then we're going to take the left hand down and do an easy twist. Unless you want to go deeper and harder, you can take elbow past the knee for a deeper twist. Some of you might even want to come higher off the back knee. And release. Both knees down. And we're going to rock forward. Take a chaturanga. Find a cobra. And a child's pose or a downward dog, depending how you feel. Left leg lift. And bring it forward. Let's come up for crescent pose, high lunge. Come on up. Inhale, exhale. Sinking down. Keeping the hips squared forward. You can interlace your fingers. Get down, lower, lower, lower. And finally bend that back knee. Coming into a low lunge. So bringing your hips forward, feeling that nice hip flexor stretch on that right side. And you can either stay in that static pose. You know, some people like to bounce a little or dynamically move. That's fine. Whatever works for you. Hyper Chick is already sweating 30 minutes. Well, if you know, you said your body needs it, so just do what you can. I'm glad it's helping. All right, so from here, you can come back up and take your, if you don't have a block, some people like the block so you can actually press onto something and find that side body opening, or you can bring your elbow to the thigh, close to the hip flex, the hinge there, and side bend. So really breathing into fanning out the side ribs, your tensor fascia lata. And release. So from here, we're going to take just an easy twist. So you can just take your right hand down and twist. Or some of you want to go deeper, elbow past the knee. If you just eaten something, you probably don't want to go in this deeper twist. But if you like to, you can lift up off the back for a high lunge twist, or you can stay on your knees. Good, and release. Come on down. Okay, so now we're going to do a gate pose. So let's do this. So I'm going to stretch one leg straight. If you have a block, that's great. If you don't, you can use a soup can, or you don't need a block. You can just have the hands down, fingertips. So lengthening up through the crown of your head, straighten one leg, and you're going to side bend all the way over. Other side. Side bend over. Good. And so this, you can either do the side again, or if you want to add a little back bend to it, I'll turn sideways so you can see. If you want to add a little back bend to it, you're going to take your foot, the straight foot back a little, and the hand that comes down back a little. Then bring your hips forward and maybe find a little back bend, or maybe not. If the back bend doesn't work for you, just find that side bend, okay? It should feel really good. Otherwise, just keep your side bend. Now we're switching sides for gate pose, lengthening up, and then side bending over. Nice opening in our side body. The side body stretching really helps to fan out the ribs so you can breathe easier, which is good also for anxiety, depression. So the other side. All right. And then from here, take your foot back, maybe take your hand back, bring your hips forward and find a little back bend, or just go back to your gate pose. This. And release. All right. So now we're going to find a little shoulder opener coming down. So you're going to, let's do puppy pose first. So hips are over your knees and just bring your head down. A little letting go pose, inhaling through your nose and just let go through your mouth. Let go through your mouth. If you're flexible, you can either do knees, chest, chin. Just sinking your heart down towards the floor. Okay. And then from here, we'll do a nice shoulder opener in dolphin. So clasp your hands, elbows more narrow than your shoulders. If you're able to, you're going to press down. And basically, it's downward dog on your forearms. The head is not touching. So most people will stay here since it's gentle, but I know we have some normal students that are used to harder. So if you want to do more feet together, we're just going to lift one leg up at a time for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Right. And let's go onto our belly. And this one's for Abigail because she likes, I remember you like this shoulder one. So we're going to do the yin shoulder stretch here. So left forearm down, right forearm down. The left forearm is closer to your chest than the right. Both palms are down. You're going to walk your hands away from each other. And you're going to take your chin over your shoulders. Or maybe it's right, your chin is in your right bicep, depending on how far you can. And then you just let the weight of your head stretch out your shoulder joints. This should be a very comfortable, relaxing pose. If it's not, then you have some inflammation in your shoulder, then you can just do one of the shoulders, or just you can sit this one out and do something else that's comfortable. And release. So the left hand will walk out, and we're going to do an X spinal twist here. So left hand out. So we're going to just flip our body over, and we're going to take the bottom leg forward, the back leg, straighten it, stack our pelvis one over the other. And then if you can, lift your chest and smash your left chest into the floor if it's okay with you. And then your hands will walk away from each other. Your feet will move away from each other. And your spine should feel a very different but invigorating spinal twist. It's good for your spine, according to my chiropractor, for most people. And most students in my live classes enjoy this. So if you're not one of them, please get out of it. Otherwise, enjoy it for a few breaths here. If the chin doesn't feel comfortable down, you can just look to your right. But then the benefit of the spiral stops at the bottom of your neck instead of up through the crown of your head. So release. Come on back. And let's do the other side. So now the right forearm is closer to your chest than the left. And then we walk our hands away from each other. And chin over your so relaxing, I forgot what I was saying. The chin rests on your bicep or over your shoulder joints. And I wanted to say to a hyper chick, which is, I did a tapping one for the first 10 minutes in one of the classes, I think a week or two ago. I think it was a Tuesday. Is that right? Can you figure it out, Michael? But actually, it's really good for anxiety and depression. So if you want to, check it out, it really helps to tap all of those acupressure points to calm the amygdala down in the brain, to shift it from anxiety or pain down to a lower level. So you should check that out. All right, and release. Let's take your right arm out to the side and flip over. And then you'll take, again, the feet away from each other. Stack your pelvic bones. lift and smash the right chest, the chin down, and walk your hands away from each other. Hi, Frank. Welcome. And slowly release. Okay. So from here, since it's gentle today, we're going to take a gentle hip opener against, if you have a wall, it's good. If you don't, it's fine. You can do it just without a wall, but you can do this against wall. Figure 4. So the right ankle, I'll turn this way so you can see. The right ankle over the left knee. And it's just a really gentle, easy dorsiflex, the right leg. And then you can press the right knee away from you to get a little deeper. The reclined, gentler way to get in there. If it's too easy for you, you can take your right hand between your legs and interlace it behind your hamstring or in front of your shin, and that'll make it a much deeper stretch in the piriformis on the right side. And if you want to go deeper still, I'll show all levels here. You want to go deeper still, you can just bicep curl that shin, and then you can straighten the leg here. So basically it's pigeon on your back. This is pretty deep. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the other side. I'll just turn this way so you can see a little better perhaps. Left ankle over right knee. So you can just hold it here. You can press your knee further away. If you like a deeper stretch, I'll just stay here. If you like a deeper stretch, you can take your left arm between your legs and interlace behind your hamstrings or in front of your shin. That might be enough here. And again, if those of you that want a much deeper one, you can always bicep curl this shin and straighten the other leg and stay here or even lift. Just feel what it feels like. You should be feeling it right in the piriformis, fanning all the way out. Okay. All right. And then, since it's gentle, if you want to do inversion, you can just have your feet straight up, or you can do it against the wall. So the wall, this is my wall. I just sit on the wall, whatever, this is my wall, and you can just pivot like this. So you're against the wall, something like this. So my butt's against the wall and it's relaxing. Some people like to stick a bolster under here, a pillow. If you're at home and you have a headstand device like Abigail, or you can do it on your own like Suresh, go ahead and do your own headstand, handstand, whatever you want to do for the inversion portion of the class. So since most of you will be doing this, I'll just join you for today, just like this. Any kind of inversion. And you can slowly come on down. So we're just going to draw the right knee in. Lift your head and shoulders. Deep stretch here. And take it out to the side for spinal twist. Other side. Knee into your chest. You can lift your head and shoulders. And you're going to take it out to the side. And then go ahead and sit on your hands. Press your elbows down. Lift your sternum up and find a little fish pose. So maybe your head dangles, or maybe the top of your head is on the floor. And you can finish here in Shavasana. Or you can finish rolling over and having a seat as we close the class out together. So either way, you're going to inhale through your nose, open your mouth, blow it out. Just surrendering to your practice. And then taking your hands in front of your heart, pressing it into your heart center, and smile and feel blessed. And smile and feel gratitude. And with gratitude for this gift of yoga, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Oh. Namaste. Thank you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And to all of you who sponsor me on Patreon or PayPal, I'll be sending out the Zoom link tonight by email. So see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time for our HIIT class. And if you aren't currently a sponsor and want to join my high intensity class, you can become a sponsor for as little as $10 a month. And there's information on how you can do that under the video's description. Also, please help me reach my 500 subscriber goal by sharing with friends and give it a thumbs up. Thanks, everybody. See you again Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Bye.